In the last class, I discussed the PCA timers and PCA timers in capture mode. So today I am going to discuss that PCA timer in a PWM generation mode. All of you know that the pulse width modulations will depends upon the duty cycles. If you are varying the duty cycles, the waveform will change. Now, with the help of these timers, you have to generate the PWM wave with the definite duty cycles. So, duty cycles is defined as duty cycle equal to T on divided by total time into 100. So, with the help of this formula, you can get the duty cycle. So, now let's see that what is the pulse width modulator. So, now the pulse width modulator is used to generate the continuous square wave. So it is used to generate the continuous square wave with an arbitrary duty cycle. So duty cycle it may be. You have to decide which duty cycles you want to generate the waveform. So how can you define the duty cycle? It will depends upon the compare registers higher byte value. Let us see the 8-bit PWMs by comparing the low byte of the PCA timers with low byte of the compare registers. Now what will happen? One is called count register. ठीक है, टाइमर के लिए क्या होता है? काउंट रजिस्टर्स. काउंट रजिस्टर्स इज ऑफ 16 बिट. सो इसको हम क्या करते हैं? डिवाइड बाई CH एंड CL. सो वी कैन टेल दैट काउंट रजिस्टर्स हायर बाइट एंड काउंट रजिस्टर्स लोअर बाइट. सॉरी, काउंट रजिस्टर्स लोअर बाइट. सो नाउ with the same way the compare register is also there, that is called CCAP. So this compare registers is also divided into two 8 bits registers, that is called CCAPL and CCAPH. The N represents for which modules you are going to define that. If it is module 0, then you have to write CCAP0L. So in that case, what you will do, you can compare the CL value and with the CCAPNL value. So if you are comparing these two values, you can get the two conditions. Either it is CL less than CCAPNL or CL greater than equal to CCAPNL. So when CL is less than CCAPNL, the output is low. So in that conditions, you are getting the output like this. When CL is greater than equal to CCAPNL, the output is high. It means that you are getting the output like this. When you are combining, you can get the square wave like that. So to activate this, how can you activate the PCA timers in PWM mode? So for activating that, you required PWM bit and ECOM bit in the CCAPM registers. Capture and compare रजिस्टर्स में क्या होता है? मॉड्यूल रजिस्टर्स में हमारा दो बिट है PWM एंड ECOM. जैसे लास्ट क्लास में बताया था 11.6, इसमें क्या है? ECOM registers and PWM registers. So with the help of this, we can activate the PWM mode in a PCA timer. Let us see the block diagram of that. Now this is a CCAPM registers. With the help of these registers, you are going to activate this PCA timers into the PWM mode. For PWM mode, what will happen? Now the PWM bit and ECOM bit both will be simultaneously 1-1. दोनों में से कोई भी बिट अगर 1 नहीं होगा, the AND gate is not giving the output. So remember that this bit is decided by U. So PWM is used for the if it is 0, it means that the PCA timer is not work in a PWM mode. If it is 1, it means that the PCA timer is working in a PWM mode. Now the ECOM registers. So ECOM bit defines that it is going to enable the comparator. So the ECOM bit is going to enable the comparator. So for simultaneously, if you want to compare something, you have to activate this 8-bit comparator. So now the 8-bit comparator, we can use the PWM bit and ECOM bit with the higher output. Then you can enable the 8-bit comparator. After enabling the comparator, you are going to compare with the CCA-PNL value with CL value. So the count lower byte and CCA-PN lower byte, these two byte is compared. Why it is only lower byte or higher lower byte? Since it is a 8-bit comparator. 8-bit comparator से हम क्या करेंगे? 8-bit ही हम compare कर सकते हैं, 16-bit नहीं. That's why we are going to define the capture compare model registers CCPNH and CCPNL, CL and CH. So that CL and CCPNL is compared with 8-bit comparator. Now if overflow will happen, so what is the maximum value of 8-bit registers? That is FF. So if it is increased from FF1, then what will happen? It is called 100. So this bit is shifted to this bit is overflow bit, and this is defined as the CCA-PNH. तो क्या होता है, हम दोनों को 8 बिट ही कंपेयर करते हैं. 8 बिट से अगर ज्यादा आएगा तो इट विल इंडिकेट दैट कि it is overflowing to the bit, means overflowing to the CL registers. Now if you are comparing this 8-bit comparator, there are two conditions. Either CL is less than CCA-PNL or CL greater than equal to CC-PNL. When CL less than CC-PNL condition is satisfied, then the output 0 is fed to the CX pin. When it is CL greater than equal to CCA-PNL, then 1 is applied to the output at the CX pin. So in this case, when it is applying 0 and when it is applying 1, when it is applying 0, when it is applying 1, like that you are going to generate the wave. Now in PW mode, the frequency of output depends upon the source of the PC timer. Now how can you select the source of the PC timer? So already you have studied the C mode register. In C mode registers, there are two bits, that is called CPS1 and CPS0 bit. So with the help of CPS1 and CPS0 bit, you can decide that which clock source you are going to use it. Now there is only one set of CH and CL registers. All modules share the PC timer. What will happen? The count register is having only single count register. So single count register means it is having single count value higher byte and count value lower byte. But there are 5 modules in that. So if all 5 modules will access only single count registers, the frequency is fixed to 256 count of the PCI timers. And also, if you are going to generate the waveform in a PWM mode, then you have to define the duty cycle. So how can you define the duty cycle? So the duty cycle of the output is controlled by the value loaded into the high byte of the CCPNH. लोअर बाइट तो हम यूज कर लिए किसके लिए? कंपेयर करने के लिए सीएल के साथ. अब हायर बाइट में जो भी वैल्यू रहेगा, दैट वैल्यू विल डिसाइड कि कितना परसेंट ड्यूटी साइकिल्स होगा. So how can you calculate the duty cycle? This is the formula CCA-PNH equal to 256 into 1 minus duty cycle. Okay, so let us consider if we are talking about 75% duty cycles. Let us consider I am going to generate the waveform of 75% duty cycle. So in that case, what is the value of CCPNH? Calculate and tell me that. So 75% duty cycles, it means that if we are putting duty cycle is 75%, so 75% divided 75 divided by 100. So this will become 0.75. So duty cycle is 0.75. So 1 minus duty cycle. So 1 minus is 0.75 equal to 0.25. If you are getting 0.25, then 256 into this. So if you are multiplying 256 into 0.25, how much you are getting? I think you will get 64. So this value is in decimal, remember that. you have to convert the hexadecimal corresponding to this 64 value. So when you are converting 64, which is in decimal, if you are converting in hexadecimal, what is that? What value will be there? 1664. So you can put directly 40 base 16. It means that the CCAPN value is 4040. So in this way, you are going to conclude that how can you define duty cycle. Sometimes the opposite will be there. Duty cycle is not given, it will give CCPNH value. Then you have to find out how much duty cycle will come for a particular CCPNH value. So there is a small program for that. Whatever I discussed, let us conclude it in this program. The first two is a header files. So the studio.h is concluded for the standard input output, and SST89X, 5X, RDX is concluded with the advanced 8051 microcontrollers, pins and registers. So first we'll keep that C mode equal to 0 cross 02. So if you are writing C mode equal to 0 cross 02, it means that 02, if you are writing in a hexadecimal, what will happen? It will 0 comes 00 and 2 becomes 0010. So now with the help of C mode equal to 0 cross 02, you are going to set up the PCA timer. So if you are getting to set up the PCA timer, so you have to conclude that which type of clock source you are going to use. So this bit is called CPS0 and this is called CPS1. So if CPS1 and CPS0 bit is 01, it means that you are going to use internal frequency FOSC divided by 4, which is already I discussed in the 12 clock modes. Okay, so the first is we are going to give the clock source with this C mode equal to 0 cross 02. Again, we are initializing the count register CL equal to 0 and CH equal to 0. Since it may be in that registers, some value will be present. So that value you have to reset it. And after that, we are going to set the duty cycles. So for setting the duty cycles, we are going to use CCAP0H equal to 0 cross 040. Just now in previous slide, I find out for 70% duty cycles, the registers value is 40. So whatever the registers value you are given, same you have to give to the lower byte also. Okay, so that's why both value will be equal. Otherwise, if you are not doing equal, so the waveform will be like this. Like this. This is not equal. Okay, so you have to start with the equal. Now you have to put CCMP and register 0 cross 42. Now again you have to set up the PCA modules in a various mode. तो हम मान के चल रहे हैं कि मॉड्यूल्स 1 को मॉड्यूल 0 को PWM मोड में हम सेट कर रहे हैं. तो 0 क्रॉस 42 का मतलब 4 means 0100 and 2 means 0010. So now you can see in the previous slides what will happen. In this register, this is a CCPML registers. In these registers, we are going to use only PWM bit and ECOM bit. So these two bits are 1 1, rest of the register 0. So same, I am going to define that this bit is ECOM bit and this is a PWM bit. Both are 1 and rest of the bits I don't know what it is. Okay, बाकी पिन से हमें कोई मतलब नहीं है इसमें. अब जैसे क्या था कैप्चर मोड्स की हम बात करते थे, तो कैप्चर मोड्स में क्या था CAPP बिट, CAPN बिट एंड ECCF बिट, ये 3 बिट हम यूज कर रहे थे. सेम टाइम्स PWM में बात करेंगे तो सिर्फ हम यूज करेंगे ECOM बिट एंड PWM बिट. So now after setting all the things, you have to start the PCA timer, so you can run bit equal to 1, that is CR equal to 1, and this process will be continued.